Yep, that, sir, is a wrap. Took out the kayak today and caught a good one. Caught a 4-pounder, first fish in the kayak of 2025, so super excited about that. But just got it put in the truck. I'm actually gonna head out right now, but once I get to the house and get better lighting, then I'll do a review of my overall thoughts on the kayak, so, and what I'm gonna have to do to make it more efficient for me. So let's go. All right, let's dive into this review on my new kayak that I just purchased 2 weeks ago. It is the Moken 10 PDL by FeelFree. And I'm gonna be honest, I took it out last Sunday and I had a blast. You know, the kayak I was using before was a paddle kayak, and this is a pedal. And I'm gonna be honest, it was very, very nice to be able to just pedal down through there and not have to really do a whole lot with your arms other than fishing. See what we got. See if we can catch something right here. See if we can get this one right here. Like if I'm gonna catch anything, it's gonna be through this area. Been a little bit. But I do usually catch something good through here most time. Oh, it's sour gray. This dark brown water. Hopefully it'll back up a little bit off this. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my goodness. 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 First fish out of the tank. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Oh my God. Not even know his place. 4-pounder. 4-pounder. Do you see that? See that? Freaking 4-pounder. 4. Just gonna jump through a few things that, you know, I feel like somebody want to ask and want to know. So I'm going to try to touch on a few of those things that I have on the kayak right now. I don't have many accessories just because I just bought it, and I'm going to have to accessorize it here in the next couple weeks. So I really don't have any of that on there, but I can, you know, talk through a couple things that I'm going to add to it to help with a few of the reviews I'm doing. But as far as the pedals, I mean, I thought they were great. I didn't hear any kind of grinding or whining noises. It latches down fine. There is a little bit of play, but that could be due to the latch. I might be able to adjust it a little bit to where it's a little bit tighter and not have that play in it, but no big issue. It's very minimal play. Uh, like I said, no grinding, no winding, no nothing like that that I heard. Uh, Going forward and then stopping and coming straight backwards had no issues. You got to stop yourself. So yes, it seems a little tougher when you start going backwards, but once the propeller starts going, it's no problem. And didn't really have any issues with the pedals at all. You really need to make sure you're adjusted in your seat where you're going to be, because if you're not, and your feet are a little wet, or you're just a little bit out of reach, your feet will slip off the pedals once you're going in the rotation. But if you do your homework and you figure out where you need to be on the seat and in there, it works great. Now, jumping over to the seat, I'm gonna be honest, the seat needs to come up 2 or 3 inches. It is a little bit too low, and that may be, don't honestly know why it's that low, and it makes it slightly uncomfortable to pedal without having to dip down in your seat and get your rear end down and your legs up to make it more comfortable. And that's how I had to do it to make it more comfortable. But get a seat riser. I know I've seen a few on YouTube, and do that and probably bring this seat up 2 or 3 inches, and that would eliminate that problem completely. So that would be, depending on the price, I've not done a lot of research into it. Depending on the price, if it's not 50 to $100, that would be an easy fix. And you could probably do your own, but I've only had it long enough to ride it one time and figure out the seat needs to come up. So the second and third thing is, obviously the seat needs to come up a little bit, but it is comfortable. I mean, it's very comfortable. I'm sitting in it right now and I'm comfortable. I've been sitting in it actually for the last 2 hours, just sitting here working on a few things in the kayak, and I feel pretty good. So the rudder, the controls over here, I had no issues out of that. They worked, with no problems at all. It's on your left side, so if you're a left-handed fisherman, you might, wish it was on the right, but it can't go on the right. It's on the left. So for me, it was great. It worked out great. I was able to move this with my left hand and be pedaling and, just let off and cast out and ready to go. So if you're a left-handed fisherman, it may feel a little different, but I don't think it'll bother you at all. I think you can have your rod ready to go. Most of us can probably cast both ways, but no issues out of the rudder. Didn't have any issues out of the rudder in the back, and it came right down. The pull cord dropped it and released it, and it was easy. I thought, I didn't know how tough it'd be, but just pull on it a little bit, lift up, and that rudder in the back falls. So had no issues out of that at all. The one thing that is difficult to get used to is there is not a whole lot of storage. I'm really going to have to customize the kayak as far as on the rails to really utilize what I'm wanting to do with the kayak, so I'm not taking up a bunch of the floor space, especially in the back, because carrying a cooler or waters or something like that, and also bait bags and everything like that, there's not a whole lot of storage. If you got the seat raised up 2 or 3 inches, you could possibly carry, I've got 2 boxes under here right now that are fit perfectly and slide right out, and they no issues. But if you were up 2 or 3 more inches, you could definitely get 4 boxes under your seat. So that would be beneficial there, even just to raise the seat just to get more storage. The back has a little 4-inch opening for you to get into the kayak and run wires or anything like that, if you're going to run depth finders or anything like that. So Pretty easy access to any kind of the wiring. Uh, a long snake will get you through there, and you can just reach in and grab it. The rails there's two rails here to my left and my right. Uh, I didn't have anything on them. Like I said, I don't have many accessories right now, but there is one downside, that most of your rails will have to have the adapter to it to be able to use them. So if you have anything from Yak Attack or Yak Gadget, you will have to have the adapters that go underneath to fit in these rails. So that is one difference between the kayak I was using before. The accessories on there, I couldn't just move over to here because I got to wait until I get the uh, spacer that goes inside there and holds it in place. So that's on all the rails through here. Unless you put on your own custom rails, then yes, you will have to have that adapter that goes on there to hold whatever you have in place. Uh, Storage, like I said, you want to make sure if you're using the crate in the back and you're going to have the rods, then you're really going to be limited, because you're going to be able to put stuff in there, and then you're going to have somewhere for waters and stuff like that. It don't have a cup holder. That is one thing that I noticed the first time I took it out. I didn't even think about it when I first purchased it, but there is no cup holder anywhere. So unfortunately, you'll have to purchase a cup holder, but there's a spot right here beside you to my right, and it is perfect for a little 6-inch rail, and you can put a little cup holder right there and it'd be perfect. Yak Gadget makes one that has a cup holder and your tool accessories, and it can be right there beside you. So easy fix, nothing big. Yes, you will have to buy something to put a cup holder on there, but I think a rail and a cup holder all together costs you like 25 bucks, if that. So you get on Amazon, probably find it a little bit cheaper, but I loved it. I loved the trip I went out on. I caught a great bass, reached over the side, didn't have any issues doing it. And even in the video you're watching now, I reached right over, got the fish, and was able to turn around and show the GoPro and all that stuff, and no issues on the stability. Now, I did not stand up. I will stand up, but don't want to get up and start feeling like a giraffe with long legs and just fall over and be in 40-degree water. So give it a few more weeks, let it warm up a little bit more, and then I'll test that theory.